All right, lefties, listen up. This is me talking to every.
Go watch her video. She sounds frightened, and I obviously understand why. If you don't get it, then you're not the target audience. Or you are too comfortable and complacent in the fact that you know where things are going to go. I'm going to say some controversial things in this video, probably more controversial than I've said in others. And again, this is one of those videos where I'm going to sound like a wackadoo unless you go listen to her video. But I have hard decisions to make coming up. Now, I am very left on most issues. That doesn't mean that I'm right on everything either. It's not, I would say I'm moderate, but that doesn't fit either, right? There's a sliver of things on the right that I agree with because, as they say, even a broken clock is right twice a day. But I'm going to put this here now, which is that if you are not already thinking about getting something for self-defense, now may be the time. And when I say that, I don't mean just one particular type of item. You need to get yourself a couple of tools that you can carry on safely, okay? You need to also learn the law. The one thing that the right has been saying that they don't follow through that well. I have friends who are 2A supporters that do not know the law. They try to tell me the law, they don't know it. Know the law. Know where your rights are. For example, one very important thing I'm going to put out here is you have the right to defend your home as far as yourself, but not your property. You need to look up what that means. I know people are going to argue that. I've had this argument before. You don't. If somebody's breaking into your car, you do not have the right to just unalive them because they're breaking into your car. You can't even technically put anything in the general direction at them because you can still get charged. Second, I put this one out there too. If you do hurt someone breaking into your home with a weapon that has projectiles, you're still going to get arrested. And a lot of people are like, no, you won't. No, you won't. You will. You will. Depending on the state, yes, there are a couple states that are not that way, but for the majority of it, even if you're defending yourself, you're still getting arrested until the investigation is complete. Please understand that. So now that we're past that, now may be the time for a lot of you that have not considered this to consider doing a couple of things. You need to start looking into laws more, paying attention to more videos that explain the law, and then go source it yourself. Go read. If you're in Colorado like I am, go read all of the Colorado revised statutes on everything relevant to your self-defense and what you can do. That was self and defense, because there are certain laws you have outside of defense that protect you. This is going to sound ridiculous to a lot, but especially for women, if you're not, carry pepper spray. You need to be carrying pepper spray. In Colorado especially, it is considered a non-lethal item, meaning if you accidentally discharge it on someone that you think is trying to harm you, it's not a crime. Why is that important? Because of the fact that if you are carrying a smaller and you use it on someone because you thought that they were going to attack you, if they deny that they were going to, there's a good chance you're going to end up going to jail, and then you can no longer carry that anymore. Understand? So everybody should be carrying pepper spray. Everybody, man, woman, I don't care, because I've considered carrying in public, but then found out that's kind of useless, because then if I use it and for any technicality I'm found in the wrong, I'm going to jail and I'll no longer be able to carry one of those. So that, and then pick something that you would want for self-defense in your home. Do not get crazy with it. Everybody out here is saying to get the thing that uses the red shells, get the thing that uses the armor piercing, and don't. Get you something small you can handle. 9.45. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because all that is just conjecture from the ammosexuals. 9 or 45 will do just what you need. If you're facing problems bigger than that, we got bigger issues. Sorry this video is so long. Those are the first steps you need to do. And then you need to start making a community. And we're not talking in your neighborhood. Start knowing people in your city. And start making groups that are going to be able to help each other. And it does need to be a geographically spread out group in case you need to leave one neighborhood for the other. She wants to know specifically what people think is going to happen if one side wins over the other. I'm concerned that if Trump wins, these people are going to feel emboldened, and once the laws start getting passed or the country starts changing, they're going to start going door to door. There's that Hozier song, Take Me to Church. You might want to be looking into that video if you haven't seen it to understand how bad things can get. Go look into the history of that video and why he made the video he did. A lot of people aren't aware of that, and I've seen that coming up around here. I have a strong fear that a lot of our Trump friends are going to start going door to door, and they're going to start taking matters in their own hand, thinking they're doing the business of the government, of their president. If Trump loses, I foresee something similar. I foresee them either rioting, or I see them again going door to door for people they blame. We carry a pride flag on our house. To the LGBTQ plus community, if you want to be proud, but please make sure you have something to defend yourself if you're going to do that, because I have a strong feeling that houses with pride flags and other flags are going to become targets to these people because they do not like you. You already know that. But when they feel they have immunity, and I say immunity because, remember, just because SCOTUS said that the president was immune, that doesn't mean that people don't think it's them, because they'll think they're doing the president's business. Those are my immediate concerns at this point. Those are the concerns I have. Please make sure you're doing these things. Also, if you're going to go with the option to gain some self-defense, train. Train well. You would be surprised how many of these people that own these items do not train. There's a lot that don't. They have it, they never use it. Learn to use it. Learn to clean it. Learn how to use it in extreme circumstances. There are places that will teach you this. And yes, I know they may not align well, but learn. Some of the best shots I've seen are women, believe it or not. I have seen some women who can throw knives, who can fire firearms better than a lot of men. And those women weren't military. So it can be done. Learn it. Learn to use these things. Learn self-defense if you can. These are going to be very important, even ongoing. As far as the other comment I made, as I'm trying to end this video before it gets really long, about, finding your community and having geographically spread out, get those people together. Start rallying each other to vote, to make change, to start doing things. This is the time we have to start forming our groups on our side that we don't have right now. We don't. There is, as far as I know, there is no group that matches in vigilance and severity of groups like Proud Boys that is on the left. There are none. There are no LGBTQ groups that are as strong, as armed, as ready. There are none. We need those now. I don't care if it looks ridiculous as drag queens with ARs. We need something to counter and protect people. What am I going to do? Well, I already have some of these things on this list done. But I'm going to try to be an ally to those that I can. And sometimes that means, unfortunately, it's just filming things and keeping record of it and getting identification of people. So when justice is to be served, it can be served swiftly and we have the relevant information. Film. Consider getting a body camera if you're going to be in an area of heightened and elevated problems. Body cameras are very important. So have that, so that way you can be filming everything. I have considered wearing a body camera on the daily because I'm worried about dealing with the police because of how radicalized the police have become. So these are things you need to look at. Make sure that you have everything that you can secure digitally. Check your passwords and stuff, because we're in a new world now where people try to get access to your stuff. Fact check your posts, even if you think you know what they are. I watched a post the other day. I had to @Tizzy Ent on it. Somebody had taken his voice, ran it through AI, and made a Republican propaganda video. The account looked like his. The title looked like his. It wasn't until I got like 3 seconds in that I looked and realized that was not him. I could hear the pitching in the voice. So do those things. Report those things. Let the content creators know. Do those things. This is only going to be something we're going to survive if we're doing it together. So that's what we need to do. Feel free to add your comments below and let me know any concerns you have, and I'll try to prep you for that and give you information where I can. If I don't know, we will find the answers to see what we can do. I know it seems hopeless. I know it's scary. I know it's difficult. I'm scared. I know you don't sound like it. I am. And I'll admit that, because people need to be in a non-wavering voice admitting they're scared but willing to do something. That is where we are. So again, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll be glad to help where I can, and we will figure this out. I'm in Colorado, specifically Colorado Springs. If you are a person in the LGBTQ plus community, do not be afraid of me. You can look through my videos to see what I'm about, to see who I am, and to see what I'm against. And if I'm not clear, I will make a video clarifying any opinions or points that I haven't talked about or have talked about. So just let me know. We need each other at this time. And I think it's important that people that look like me are helping people who don't look like me. Very important at this time. Anyway, thank you guys. Hope this helps. And please go watch our video if you have not.